Hello guys, welcome back in Amsterdam from this last report on the gay areas. This is the third gay area. So we had the first gay area is Gaypride. Second gay area was Warmoestraat. First gay area was Kerkstraat. Second gay area was Warmoestraat, and third gay area is actually the biggest one. This is the Rembrandsplein, but the name of this area is more named Rembrandsplein, and we are also the Amstelstraat, and we are here so our first cafe on reality on the Rembrandsplein. Quite sympathetic. Jantje verjaardag. Don't pay attention. Everything is super dirty today. There are rubbish and trash on the street and everywhere. It's already quite clean, but you see, everything on the street. It's the day after. So it's the day after the Gaypride, and I explained yesterday there was the Gaypride on the water, with the people looking around on the Gracht, on the Prinsengracht. But there are also some défilé on street, and especially also some what they name straatfeesten, street parties. And this is one that was yesterday, the big one of the Rembrandsplein, and you had also the big one over there in 200 meters of the Rembrandsplein. So everything is extremely dirty, but this is not normally so dirty in Amsterdam. I don't want to give. It's not a clean city. I'm not claiming that, but we must not exaggerate. So we are here on the Rembrandsplein. You cannot get a very good idea on the plane because of the facilities that are there in the middle, the booths that are there in the middle. But I will show you a few good pubs. And there is there a pub's name simply Amstel, which is the big river crossing Amsterdam. And it was actually, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest gay bar in the Netherlands, I'm sure, but I think even in Europe, after Stonewall in America, in New York. So here again, the Rembrandsplein, so the Place Rembrandt in French, the Rembrandt Square, with some theater, etc. This is the direction of the Calver Street, which is the main shop street of Amsterdam, as everybody knows. And so Rembrandsplein, I will film you the name, but anyway, it's written. Huh? So got it. So you got it. We are in the Rembrandsplein area. With this is the direction of the Kalverstraat and the Central Station and the Dam Square. So the Rembrandt Square, le Square Rembrandt in French. I have quite a few French followers. That's why I'm sometimes speaking French on this. And besides, so this is one of the typical street going on the Rembrandsplein with a lot of little cafe. And moment. So you have Lulu. I spent a few times. This is a very long time existing, as well as Montmartre. Two very good places, sympathetic, and with a good folk. This is quite typical. Now we are in the afternoon. It's obviously closed, but they're going to open because it's. I think they're opening at 4 o'clock. In this street, even you can come to the cafe, and there will be quite. This is the bar I was speaking about, actually, Amstel. Which is one of the oldest one, and it's always crowded. Okay, not today, because again it's the day after. And you see here, it's also the day after. Look at this. This is amazing, yeah? And here they could not, so you can imagine. This is a street on work, on repair, and you can imagine how dirty it was yesterday. There was also a street party there at the theater. Okay, that's the Halve Maan Stay, so the Half Moon Street, with so Montmartre, Lulu, and the Amstel Cafe. Queers Cafe. I cannot say anything about this one. It's on the quay, on the corner of the Halve Moon Street. Amsterdam is also getting restored, so there's not only Antwerp and Brussels. You know, Antwerp and Brussels in Belgium are very famous for being cities, town, always where they're always working. But okay, they are also making actually here the underground, and it's a huge situation in Amsterdam, because you know we are just under the water level at certain parts. We are actually, Amsterdam is very, very on the water level. You can see it here very well too. For example, if you see the canal on the opposite side, no, you cannot see it. So now actually we are heading to the Amstel Street. This is not the Amstel Street. The Amstel Street used to be the street where you had big discotheque in the year 90s. And you have to know, in the year 90s and 80s, I started to get out in the year 90s. In 91 actually. And that time was very much better, because there was not so much internet, there was no internet at all. And so everybody was going out to see people, to meet people, and there were much more cafes, and also the atmosphere in central Amsterdam was better than today. It's the opposite in Brussels. Brussels is better today. Antwerp is quite the same. But you know that I'm speaking about the town. I know, you know, cannot say about Paris, etc. Paris is never good. Excuse me to say that. Amsterdam is also special to me because it's the town, and I was speaking about the Amstel Street, Amstelstraat. It's the street where I went to the Eat, which used to be a huge disco. I will come back to that. And at that place, I met my first boyfriend. I mean, boyfriend, I don't know, but short relationship, let's say. I think 3 months. No, even not 2 months. So, that's the Bakkerstraat. So the Bakker Street. You see, Dutch is so easy. Alvermoenstraat, Bakkerstraat, Rembrandsplein. It's so easy. Amstelstraat. So we get back to the Rembrandsplein. We have also normal cafe, but for example on Friday, Saturday evening, even some Sunday and Thursday, it's also then they are getting gay, so they are getting mixed, but in the opposite direction as club as Nix. I was speaking. I am going to speak about in the next video. So this is the Rembrandsplein again. You see the cafe are getting a bit. They're upstairs. It's very sympathetic too to get there. You have a huge view. It's not gay on it, but it's very privileged, you know. So I was just 2 minutes ago telling you stuff about the Amstel Street and about the It and about the Roxy, which was before, and what should I say? They are the very historical clubs, gay clubs of Amsterdam. Okay, now it's closed. And now the It has a new direction, and it's a new concept. It's smaller actually, but it's the same. It's the same building, so quite the same disposition of club, and the name is Air. So we are now getting further in the Amstel Street. You know, I spoke 2 minutes ago in this video about club It. It was also the Roxy before. This is an excellent restaurant there, and it's almost completely without car. The streets are not completely closed, but it's very, very difficult to. Yeah, this is an alarm. Sorry about that. But the streets are very, very difficult to use as a normal car. So it's advisable to have an hotel around and to take it, and then to use taxi, trams. Trams are better than metro. Metro is very little metro. I think there is 10 stations and 1 line. Okay. I show you these two at the same time. Ah, so fresh. Amstel Street, I recommend the club Air. And if you look at the video under the hymn, sometimes hymn, the hymn party from Antwerp, and our friend Tom is getting to Amsterdam in the air. And if you search on my chain Air and Hymn Amsterdam, you will see in the hymn playlist that there are some video from inside of the club Air. So this was the first part of our review, our introduction to the third and main gay area of Amsterdam, the Rembrandsplein. We get back to the Rembrandsplein, and then we will show you some more stuff in the Regulierdwarsstraat and get some explanation on it.